We live. Peace and Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Do Knowledge Radio, place where knowledge is born. This is your host, Knowledge Born Allah. We got another opportunity to build with a mind who has dedicated decades of his life to being a vanguard and to be a cherubim for the culture of hip hop with a flaming sword that turn in all directions. So let's welcome back to the platform Brand Nubians own, hip hop's own, black families own, you know what I mean? Godcast own our brother, the true and living God, Lord Jamar. Peace, Almighty.
Peace to the God. Thank you for the gracious introduction. Appreciate it.
Well deserved and not often reciprocated. I'll say that.
Mm.
So the first thing I wanted to ask you is shit, last time we added on, after we added on, COVID came. So I don't know what that is. You understand what I'm saying? Like a week later, we was in the shit. You understand what I'm saying? So how you and the fam and everybody close to you been faring with everything going on?
Everybody great, man. I'm not buying into that propaganda. Like,
Mm,
everybody everybody's bodies expel toxins at the change of a season. You know what I mean? So it was very wickedly wise for them to come up with something with symptoms that are very regular schmegular, you know what I mean? To any other
right.
cold or flu or pneumonia that you might catch that people go through seasonally, um, and to do it at that time. So now, if we're smart, we know we're going into new seasons. You know what I mean? From summer to fall, fall to winter. These are the times again now in our bodies. And so now, what are they going to say when we naturally get ill? They're going to say it's the second wave and all that type of shit. Don't buy it. This is just natural. They're using your body's natural cycles against you right now, and your lack of knowledge, because you didn't do the knowledge. You didn't really have knowledge of self, because knowledge of self just is not our lessons. Knowledge of self is really what it says. Knowledge of ourself, of our biology, our physiology, and how it operates. And if you don't know that, they can tell you anything. You got this, you got that. I'm not with it. I'm out here, not wearing no mask, all of that. It ain't about being a Trump supporter. It's about being a knowledge supporter, not a fear mongerer. So that's where I'm at with it, God.
That's faith. True indeed. So, you know, this situation kind of leads into the next, you know, situation at hand in regards to controlling our narrative. You know, we have interlopers and intruders, you know, uh, guests and the like, attempting to uh, capitalize off of a dispersed people. So, you know, I kind of wanted to hear your thoughts. I know you're probably tired of going through this whole, you know, situation and all. I kind of want to hear your thoughts in regards to moving forward. Not so much the inception, but just moving forward in us in position, people with audiences and how we need to shift our mindset in regards to controlling our narrative via media, via our representation and all.
Um, I mean, that's always really been my message in a way. You know what I mean? Like, I never had a problem per se with Eminem. I had
Mhm.
a problem with the way he was being presented by the powers that be, and trying to tell us, trying to give us the criteria of what makes him great without letting us, the creators, decide what makes someone great and what makes someone be the greatest. You see what I'm saying? So it was never anything personal about him. It's about controlling our narrative. Like, I don't care how many records somebody sells within our narrative, that's not the biggest thing that we look at. You see what I'm saying? For us as original people, when we're looking at our goats, we're looking at a lot of intangibles that the you know, people who are not original, it goes right over their head. So they can't even appreciate those intangibles. They don't even know how we're weighing, how we're judging things sometimes. So they're just judging it off a monetary thing. Well, this guy, numbers don't lie. He's got the most numbers. He must be the best. No, not when we control our own narrative. It's not. And that was always my point. Never nothing personal against this guy. Against Eminem. I'm not, I'm going to call him Marshall Mathers. Give him his respect because he does deserve respect. Because what he's done as a white dude that people like Vlad have not done is actually put other original people in power. Other original people, put them in a place where they can actually strive to make money the same way he was making money. And that's just real. He did do that. You know what I mean? Look at the, you know what I mean? The position that someone like 50 Cent is in right now. You know what I mean? Like, Vlad ain't out here making no 50 cents or no Royce the 5.9s and nothing like that. Like, I already was who I was. Yes, a lot of people might have not have been, certain people from outside of my era might not have been acquainted with me until they saw me on that platform. But it was me, that piece with Magnetic, that kept you coming back, kept you attracted to, well, why do you want to keep watching my videos? What is it about my videos opposed to everybody else that's on there that garnered so many views and made people, think the way they were thinking, So that's me with that piece with Magnetic. And when this whole situation came about, with the minister and all of that, we all got love for the minister, but it's not like I'm a follower of the NOI, So immediately I might have not been as offended as people within the NOI, but I definitely was like, that was some bullshit. And I called it on him. I called him on it privately, But then, more people, he thought it was going to go away. I wasn't sure. People was like, nah, they kept getting on his head. Now Royce the 5.9s on his head. And he's making knowledge born and saying shit that was right and exact. And even though people might think, oh, these guys had a disagreement in the past, the truth is the truth. And I think I said this before, I go where the truth leads me, not where, where it's popular to be at. You know what I mean? If the truth is the truth, I got to bear witness to it. So he was saying some things that were true, about knowing your worth. And I've always known all of this, you know what I mean? Like, Vlad ain't never, you know what I mean, putting up Nova on me. Oh, you was going up there making him money. Yeah, I knew that. But I was making knowledge born. You see what I'm saying? For me, that was more important, to touch people with a perspective that they weren't getting, with an authentic perspective that they weren't getting nowhere else. Now, some people could go somewhere and pay a few $1,000s to be able to touch the type of people that I was able to touch just from going up there. So yeah, that was helpful. We were helping each other, you know what I mean? He was making money and I was making understanding. You see what I'm saying? I was making knowledge born. But at the same time, there is a financial aspect to it that he could have strived to put a brother in power. You know what I mean? But he didn't. He was just happy to just benefit off of all these videos from all these brothers that he didn't have to pay. and thought that this is the greatest, you know, it's the greatest format in the world. Just like during slavery, when they had this the free labor, they was like, wow, this is great. You know what I mean? But only, well, maybe some of us, but a lot of them didn't choose to do that. You see what I'm saying? And also, you got to know the science of being a spook that's sat by the door. Like I also was that. If you know that science, you need somebody on the inside. You know what I mean? To get the knowledge, to be that sponge, to do the knowledge, to see how the moves is being made, so that we can now take this knowledge and bring it back to our people and make knowledge born. And you know what I mean? So there definitely was a value to all of that, you know. But now has come the time where, yo, sometimes you got to publicly choose your side. What side are you really on? Who are you really riding with? Are you riding with your people? Or are you riding the fence? Or are you riding with other than your people? And he showed and proved he riding with his people. I'm riding with mine. That's all. And so now we're diametrically opposed. Now you got to unsubscribe from him and subscribe to me. Like that's what it's about now. That's the movement we on. Cancel Vlad. Boost up the Godcast so that people who are authentic and that look and think like you and I can control our narrative the same way you're talking about is the topic of this whole discussion we're having right
now. Now, what was it like for you to hear some of the stuff that you heard? I'm pretty sure you heard a whole bunch of stuff. What was it like to hear some of the stuff that you heard from some of the people you might have respect for? You understand what I'm saying in regards to the shift? You know, whether it was, being the cultural vanguard that you are and making
now.
knowledge born in the way that you do, or just even as of late. You understand what I'm saying? With this other shift.
Say that again. What? State your question again. How did I feel about what I heard? You said, as far as
Yeah,
people were saying, just
about
around what exactly? This whole Farrakhan thing, or
well, the Farrakhan thing second, but just in first, with your stance in regards to being a cultural vanguard. You're like being someone uh, who has an eye for the culture and makes it plain in the way that you do. I'm speaking about your peer group. You know what I'm saying? There were some things that were said in your peer group. You understand? And then we get to the public. So what was that like for you hearing that from your
well,
peer
a
group?
lot of people in my
People you
peer
might
group,
came
I
up
don't know
with,
what they were
laughed
saying
with,
behind
blah
my
blah
back,
blah.
but to me, they were like, "Yo, thank you, God." Like, you know what I mean? You saying that shit that motherfuckers be scared to say. You know what I'm saying? Like some baby laugh. Man, I wish I had the balls to say that shit. Like, you know what I mean? A whole bunch of motherfuckers that that's
Okay.
famous was saying this shit to me. You know what I mean? Privately, like, and he was like, "Yo, I fuck with you. Keep doing what you're doing." You know, that's the feedback I was getting. So, and they was happy, and they felt like I was the right one to be saying it. They liked how I was saying it. You know what I mean? Yo, you funny as a motherfucker. But yo, you be dropping that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm giving you to you in a way that's palatable, in a way that's attractive. So, you know, that's what I was getting. Why? What you was hearing?
Well, it's some of the interviews that are out there, and some of the people they started tiptoeing around certain subjects when you was brought up as a reference. So I was just wondering if you actually did announce any of that. You see what I'm saying? It was less affirming and more. I'm not going to touch that type of situation that I've seen out there. So You know, I just
Right. Well,
was wondering if it got back to you.
that's why I feel like, you ain't got to do it. I'll do it. You ain't got to say it. I'll say it. You know what I mean? And the vibration of truth will be out there. You know what I mean? Like, y'all know what I'm saying is some real shit. That's why you're attracted to it. Now, I don't need everybody to necessarily confirm it. I mean, it would be nice if you said, yeah, he's right, but I don't need you to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I understand a lot of people have fear. They're scared to say certain things because they think it's going to hold them back. I always talk about the imaginary bag. Like, people think that they need to shut up because if they speak, they might miss out on the imaginary bag. Meaning there's somebody out there that, even though they never contacted them yet about this bag, they're thinking that if they say something, that these people were just about to pick up the phone and call them. But now that they said something, you know what? Never mind. I was just about to call you too for that bag. That bag you've been waiting for all your life, just about to call you. But you know what? You just spoke up for your people. Never mind. That's what the fuck they act like. You know what I mean? And I know that there's no imaginary bag. You can sit around and wait. They're not going to give, you know what I mean? They're not going to just give you a bag. No matter if you shut up or talk. So you might as well just say what you need to say. You know what I mean? And like I've been telling these motherfuckers, ever since I have spoke up about a lot of shit, the universe has brought me more shit, okay? As opposed to keeping me away from stuff. People, the way you talk, you must not want to work no more. You must not want to get no roles no more. But then now you see me on ABC. Now you see me on the Tracy Morgan show, The Last OG. This is all stuff that happened. Then you saw me on The Night Of on HBO. This is all after I was told that because of the way I'm talking, I won't be able to do nothing. You see? And if I would have listened to that, I probably wouldn't even got those roles. Because that's how the universe works. That's how karma works. You shut up and be scared to tell the truth, they don't reward you for that. You don't get rewarded for that. You get rewarded for taking risks. You know what I mean? And I'm always ready to risk when it comes to telling the truth. I've been doing that.
That's real. That's real. So I know you probably can't speak to it, but are there some people you looking to collaborate with, media wise, to really put some things together to where, okay, we all could be in a situation who come together for one common cause like this.
Right. I mean, some people say, why now? I mean, why not now? Now is a good time as any. If this is the thing that brings us all together, so be it. You know what I mean? And it's already brought some of us together. You know what I mean? Like that weren't necessarily together before. And now we're coming together for what we have in common instead of being separate for what we disagree with. And that's an example that we need to show. And one of the biggest examples is about staying on code with your people.
Right.
Because that's what they do. All other cultures stay on code with each other. We the only ones that ready to, you know what I mean? I got people in my comments right now. Oh, I'm going to watch DJ Glad right now. You know what I mean? Like a bunch of people's like, unsubscribe. You always got to get that one contrarian, nigga who fuck what y'all talking about. I'm going to watch DJ Glad right now. You know what I mean? Coon ass niggas, but it is what it is. You probably hear this big ass pit bull snoring in the background. Ain't nothing I could do about that.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen the move, I hit you and was like, I'm with it 100%. You understand what I'm saying? So then, to make it born to the people, that's why we here today. You know what I mean? I could talk from the side, or I could tell you, to your face, like I love what you did. I love the move that you made, and I love the direction that it's taken on. You see what I'm saying? So, you ain't got to wonder about it. You know what I'm saying? Your brother gonna ride with you. If he your brother, he gonna be your brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, or he gonna turn state, and you gonna find out what kind of brother he is. You see what I'm saying? So ain't no William O'Neill shit. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Like we've directly affected his shit. Like he's lost followers because of this. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
he's hemorrhaging followers right now. I mean, but listen, he's got 12-year jump on you know what I mean? On a lot of people. So that's why he's partly where he's at. But I really don't think he understood the influence that someone like me specifically brought to his channel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it was more than just the views that my videos got. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's also the watch time that comes from once you're there. Oh, well, not only am I watching a bunch of Lord Jamar videos while I'm there, hey, maybe I might click on this other video of somebody else and I start watching their shit. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe now I subscribe because I'm waiting for those Lord Jamar videos. Like all of that are the intangibles. How about the guests that came on there and interviewed with him that would never have done it until they seen me on there? Because I noticed his fucking level, the type of guests he started getting after me. I feel like with people that he couldn't have got them without someone like me to bring their guard down. Like, oh, word, like he did it. Like, all right. And I see that he's benefiting from it. Maybe I will go up there. You know what I mean? And someone like Cam, who I just had on my show, he said, oh, absolutely. No, you were the one for me, for Cam. Yo, you were the one that made me say, all right, maybe I could go up there and, you know what I mean, do an interview with this dude.
And that was a magnificent show. I heard some whisperings about a possible collab.
Possible collab. I just sent him some beats today, actually.
So in that arena right there, are you still, actively producing as well as MCing on that side? Like, uh, what's something you produce that we don't know about? Some hip hop heads out there. What's something you produce we don't know about?
Something I produced that y'all don't know about?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about your hip hop history. But well, for instance, Nature album For All Seasons just had its anniversary.
Right.
I think on the 24th
Mm-hmm.
of September, maybe something like that. And the song on there called We Ain't Friends, I produced that song.
Oh shit. Oh man.
For a lot of people, that's like one of their favorite songs on that album.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I did that.
Mm.
So that's a little hip hop fact right there that a lot of people don't know.
That was it. That was the joint.
Shout out to
That
my
was the
man
joint on
Nature.
there.
One of
That was better than the
Queen's
joint with
greatest
him and
finest,
God.
if you ask me. I just cracked your head with that, huh?
Yeah.
I can see you like that.
Because I know you did produce it. So
Mystified by
it's
that,
like
right?
it's good to know, this multifaceted kind of situation that so people would know when they might hear one perspective and don't know the other one.
You're breaking up a little
And they
bit.
don't
What'd
know
you
you
say, brother?
DJ, they don't know any of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know any of it. They make, like you said, they make this know you from
Man, listen, I used to DJ, I used to do graffiti,
Yeah.
I used to fucking pop, break dance, all of that. You know what I mean? Like, did I pop and break dance at a high level? No. But I was okay. You know what I mean? Like I could do a little something. I could make my, you know what I mean? But I wasn't like crazy. Like, you know what I mean? I was more, you know what I used to be nice at? Roller skating. I was one of those roller skating dudes. Like I was nasty. Like I was jumping up 360.
All the tricks and shit. Like
all of that shit. All of that shit. Like fuck just going backwards type of shit. Like I was doing I was on my 1-2 thing. Like, you know what I mean? This isn't like 5th grade or some shit. Like I was nice. But yeah, what I ended up doing at a high level was the DJ shit. You know, that's what really like led me into hip hop, because I was doing that at a high level. Like when I started DJing, I just, you know, I was nice. I was just good at scratching on behind the back and all of that type of shit, and spinning back all that fast shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was my shit. I'm doing this like 14, 15 years old. So yeah, like graffiti, I was okay. I had a nice little tag, but my man that I used to be with, my right-hand man, Daft D at that time, he was nasty. Like he was nice. You know what I mean? Like he the one that got me into it. I was more into tagging, but he was like one of them dudes doing pieces and all that type of shit. He going to fuck with trains, and you know what I mean? All of that type of shit. Like I was just tagging everywhere. Me and him was just tagging our names everywhere around Rochelle. Like, you know what I mean? And we, at one point, we had our shit everywhere. Like, you know? So I say all that to say, man, I lived this hip hop shit for real, like all its aspects. Like, and what I also did at a high level was having knowledge of self. You know what I mean? Like, once I gained knowledge of self, I absorbed it very, you know what I mean? Very fast, and my understanding was strong, and you know. And then we was the ones that helped proliferate it within our city, within now rule. A lot of people, a lot of gods became God that were like around our age. We the ones that like started it for that new generation, you know what I mean? Because there was a few older gods from now rule, but like we made it like damn near, you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
made the law seen and heard every.
True indeed.
So I heard a rumor about a brand Nubian album coming out. Is that fact or is that fiction?
Well, we've been recording some stuff. I could say we got at least more than half. You know, we got a nice amount. You know, I'd say about six or 7 songs we got recorded with all 3 of us, and I feel good. You know, I feel good. You know, sounds like some shit. So we're gonna see. We're gonna keep it going and see what it turns out to be, and then we'll figure out how we're gonna distribute it to the people and all of that type of shit. But yeah, that's not a rumor.
Is the hunger still there? Like, did you feel like Tyson right now? You know, he got that fight coming up with Roy Jones. You see him training like never before. Do it feel the same or?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. At first, when I first started, I was a little apprehensive because like I hadn't written nothing in a minute. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you be psychoanalyzing yourself, and you can mind fuck your own self. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, am I still good? But son, once I got to it, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm good. We good. We good. I'm doing my damn thing right now. Is all I can say. Y'all getting ready to see.
Glad to see uh, one of the best at it back at it. The best at
Wait, you going in and out? What'd you say, bro?
I said I'm glad to see one of the best at it back at it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not like you fully stopped. Stop. You know, ain't like I ain't wrote no rhymes in years, but like you know, just in a little while. But we
Pick
good.
up that pen. You ain't.
Juices is flowing again. We good.
Yeah.
And the beats is crazy right now too.
Did you see anybody prior to y'all coming back together that kind of inspired you? I know you was working with some artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, so is there anybody that you was working with, kind of like, I need to go do something? Did you
Well,
hear
not
anything?
well for me. You know, any artist that I work with, they got they got to be dope. So they're gonna inspire me in some kind of way. You know what I mean? When I was working with Dead Prez, I was inspired by them back then. You know what I mean? I'm working with my man Stove God Cooks right now. So there's things about him that inspires me. But you know, with the brand Nubian shit, a lot of times I get inspired by my guys in my group. You know, like I had the privilege of maybe on the first 3 or 4 songs that we did, like their verses was already down. So I was able to do the knowledge of what they already did and be able to, you know what I mean, craft my shit based on the inspiration that they gave me. You know what I mean? Um, so that was cool. Um, but yeah, as far as you know, just inspiration. Yeah, it just depends. It just comes, you know.
Now you on there with one of the rawest female MCs on the to ever pick up the
Right.
pen. You know, by
Mm-hmm.
Digger. All praises due. Um, did you hear any female MCs? You know that was always the thing with you and Sean Price. You know what I'm saying? Like female MCs. Like, did you hear any female MCs that kind
Lately,
of
that I
caught your
might
ear?
like.
Yeah.
Um, who was the girl that had the song with 38 Special? What's her name?
Who?
There's a girl that had a song with 38 Special. They was going back and forth. Ask your people in the comments or whatever.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's Armani Caesar. I'm not sure if that's her. If it is, I liked her. She was cool. But again, I just, you know, I'm not the type, I don't believe that I'm gonna ride around as a man pumping a female's album. It's just not gonna happen for me. You know, especially if they talking about a bunch of womanly shit. You know what I mean? Like I might listen to it to appreciate it, but I'm not gonna listen to it like I would listen to it like a dude's album that you know I like a dude's album that you really love. You have to get up every day and listen to that shit and use it in
Right.
your life. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Right.
all right, I'm gonna hop in the car and I'm gonna put this shit in. This is what I'm listening to right now. Like, I just, you know, I don't have female rappers that make me feel like that. Sorry. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Oh, that. That's what's up. Is there going to be something? I know you did the unsung joint. Are y'all working on something to tell y'all story true, like truly y'all story? You know what I'm saying? And
Not at
something
the
from
moment.
you, your book. You know what I'm saying? Something that tell your story, versus
Yeah,
third
there's
party.
nothing in the works at the moment, but I've definitely had a few people that told me I should write a book. So I'm gonna see what's up. Shout out to my man Harry Allen. My media assassin.
And I seem like you got the alternative health plan situation going on too. Can you talk about that real quick?
The alternative
When you
what?
were listening, the alternative health insurance plan you was talking about.
Oh, Health
Collaborating with.
Alliance Network. Yeah, man. Yo, y'all gotta get up with that. Like for real. Like seriously, I'm excited about this because this is something that we as original people can actually afford. And it's something that can be helpful to us because a lot of times you don't need to be going to the goddamn emergency room for half the shit you run into the emergency room for. Okay? But they're gonna go in there, they're gonna overprice you. Shay Noir, that's her name. Thank you, Father Jah. That is her name, Shay Noir. I like Shay Noir. But I haven't heard a bunch of shit from Shay Noir other than that
Right.
song with her and 38 Special. But on that song, I'm fucking with her. Okay, anyway, damn, now what were we just saying? We were talking about
Alternative health situation you was talking
oh yeah,
about that
the
healthcare plan.
Health Alliance
Yeah.
Network. Yeah, so the regular hospital, you go in there, man, you might go in there for, I don't know, something real simple. My stomach was bothering me so bad that I felt like I had to go to the hospital. Leave out of there. Please don't take an ambulance there, okay? Because that might be a $500 ride right there. Then when you get to the hospital, if you don't have insurance, which a lot of us don't, um, shit, you might be paying $500 just for an aspirin. You know, they go, oh, they want to X-ray you. That's $500. Like the whole trip might now, when you go home and they prescribe whatever, the whole thing might have been $2,500 that you now owe. For what? When you could have got diagnosed right at home, right over the phone. This is the newest. Mad people is doing this right now. Like even health insurance are offering telemedicine right now. You see right now how we're talking. We got these visual aids. Well, I could be like, Doc, look, I got a rash right here on my. You know what I mean? I ain't got to come into your office for that. And especially now with all, if you believe in the COVID, if you believe that you can get sick by me being close to you, well, why the hell would you want to go to a damn emergency room? And even if you don't believe in COVID, why do you want to sit in an emergency room for 3 hours? Remember back in the days when you was a kid, you had to go to an emergency room with your moms, and you might be sitting there for 3-4 hours. You could be bleeding and all of that, and you just sitting there. I remember I knocked my tooth out, and my lip was split. I had to get stitches in my lip and all of that, and I was sitting there for a minute, bleeding in the lobby. You know what I mean? They ain't just rush me right in, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I say all this to say, for $45 a month, you can cover your entire family up to 10 people. Up to 10 people will be able to use this. So you can call a doctor every day if you want. If you're a hypochondriac, you can call a doctor every day and be like, Doc, check this out. What's wrong with me? And instead of 3 hours, you might wait a few minutes. Okay, you could be talking to a doctor within minutes. Then you get discounts on prescription drugs. Let's say if he does prescribe, something, you do have a rash, you need some calamine, some medication, calamine lotion, some medicated one. I'm gonna prescribe that for you right here, right now. So now through this program, you have a good RX discount card where you go to your pharmacy and you get discount prescriptions on whatever you might need. You can get blood work through here. You can get COVID tested through here. You can, if you have psychological issues such as mental health issues and you want to talk to a therapist, you can talk to a therapist up to 3 times for like an hour, for 3 times for an hour, 3 times. After that, you'll pay a lower fee than you ever would pay trying to just get it on your own somewhere. And go ahead and try to book you a therapist right now. It might take you 3 months to even book one, but you can talk to one within minutes through the Health Alliance Network. Now, like I said, it's $45, but if y'all go and use my link, which you can hopefully put in the description of this video later on, if you go to lordjamar.healthalliancenetwork.com, and once you check out, if you put Lord Jamar as the discount code, you get $10 off, and now you're getting it for $35 a month. Now just think about that. That's less than $500 a year, where on traditional health insurance, you might pay $500 just in 1 quarter. And that's only for you, okay? Think about how much more it might cost to add on your wife, your child, all of that type of stuff. And you better make sure you're married to that woman, okay, in order for her to get that benefit. Here, it's just people in your household. You don't have to be married to somebody. This could be your girlfriend. If y'all live together, you got up to 10 people that can be covered under this plan. I have it. My family's covered. And I think it's something that we as original people can benefit from. And so that's why I'm excited to bring it to the people. And so, yes, go to Lord Jamar, because in order for them to know that I brought you to it, and for you to get that discount code, you got to go through my link. So it's lordjamar.healthalliancenetwork.com. Discount code Lord Jamar. All caps, lower, it doesn't matter. And when you put that in, you'll be getting $35 a month. You'll be covering 10 people in your family, unlimited doctor visits, online. And if you need to actually go to a real hospital, they have a service that actually finds the cheapest services in your area, because basically a hospital is a service. So they'll find whatever you need, whatever specialty you might need, they'll find what's the cheapest, most affordable for you in your area, whether it's a hospital. Am I back? Hang on. Shit. Oh, man.
I hear you. I just don't see you. All right. So just bear with us for a second. I see Baba TV up in this joint. You understand, Baba TV? Shout out. My brother Israel Dawson, shout out. Father John, good looking on the assist. Then the tunes, shout out. Jazzy J, y'all go over to her something for the culture. Go subscribe to my sis. Nikki Justice on the run, peace, queen.
Pardon self.
You said the website was Lord
Lord
Jamar Health
Jamar
Network Alliance.com.
Health Alliance Network.com. Discount code Lord Jamar. All one word. I'm gonna have to get ready to make a move soon because I gotta prepare for something that I got going on.
That's peace. I'm glad you was able to come through. I know we got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Just know your fan riding with you.
I appreciate
you.
I appreciate you. I want you know.
So final thoughts, where people can find you, how they can support you.
Hey, well, I need y'all to go. I need y'all to go subscribe to the United Mean Godcast on YouTube. After you do that, I need you to, if you're subscribed to Vlad, I need you to go over there. You might not even remember that you subscribed. Go over there, check if you're subscribed. If you are, go unsubscribe. And the reason being is because he doesn't believe that we, as original people, the one that built his platform, he doesn't believe that we can affect it. He doesn't believe that his 4 point, well, now it's 2.6. It was 4.3, whatever, but now it's 4.26. It's gone down. He doesn't think that we can affect his bottom line. And so this is why he didn't apologize. This is why he didn't respect, some of his biggest draws that were telling him to apologize, and that if he didn't, we were going to be out. He took the stance of, I'm not going to be bullied and all of that. All right, well, here we are then. Here we are. You made your bed. Now you got to lie in it, buddy. So this is what it is. So I need y'all to be on code. Be on code. Because remember, this is a man who claimed to be an atheist, to really not identify with any religion or whatever, but then all of a sudden was offended when he thought something, an attack was being placed on the J Mafia. I don't even want to get your video flag. So, we need to be on code. We need to be on code. He's going to stick with his people. I'm going to stick with my people. And it's just like that. As my man Gilly and Wallow would say.
Definitely appreciate the time. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be in contact. You know what I mean? And I'm here, Lord.
Appreciate you, God. Thank you.
All right. Peace, Almighty. We out, fam. Appreciate y'all coming through, showing love. Make sure you subscribe. Go over there to United Mean Godcast and support. Let's make this initiative a reality. You know what I mean? So the culture vultures and all of those other people that are out here that seeking to be interlopers and intruders, let's be the cultural van. Again, and y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Baba TV, man. Baba TV been putting in work forever. You know what I mean? So if you want somebody where you're gonna get the real from, make sure y'all support Baba TV. Hey. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them. That in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm a African. I'm a African. Yeah, y'all like that? No more. This man mind is open. I'm I'm a African. I'm a African. I'm a African. Let's get
And
back
that
to the
motive
gritty
is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.